It's time to check my YouTube comments. Yes, you are so good at drawing, XD. That means that it's true. Go to Jool. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of KSP. So yes, today we are in fact going to Jool. So yay, we are here at the astronaut training facility, and we are going to be picking out 2 brave souls to go on the journey to Jool. So we have chosen Gus Kerman and Scott Kerman. Gus shall be our commander of the mission, and Scott can, just sit in the seat and be cool. So, by the way, the background for today is a bit different than usual. I actually really like the background. It will be available in the description if you want to see the image. It's actually really amazing. So yeah, we're taking off here. I've been slowly learning how to make rockets more efficient, so I feel kind of proud of myself and patting myself on the back right now. Because usually my rockets would be like ginormous, and this is still significantly giant, but smaller than I have in the past. So I'm learning how to make things more efficient. I'm still learning, yeah. But yeah, we skipped forward here. We don't want to spend too much time on the launch because this is a pretty long mission. I'm not gonna lie to you. I started this recording at 4. It ended at 7. That's longer than usual missions. Yeah, it's pretty long. I'm not gonna say anything more than that. We're gonna get to a burn soon enough, and it's a really long burn. Spoiler alert. But yeah, so, and can you see here? These large solar panels. Yes, I feel very proud of those, actually. This is, in fact, my career mode world, so, when I got those, I'm like, yay, science, because I didn't have those for a while, and, I don't know. Large solar arrays make me feel worthwhile. Weird things make me feel worthwhile. It's just the way I work. Okay. And so, unfortunately, the first stage here doesn't quite have enough thrust to get out, so I'm using some of the later stages to actually assist it. So, that's not the best thing, but it's fine. It's not anything that's gonna, like, kill us if we don't use it or whatnot. Alright, so we're expanding out here so that we can go into the depths of space. So here we go. We're flying away from the sphere of influence known as Kerbin, and we are going to be going around the sun, which I think is actually pronounced Kerbal, with an O instead of an A, if you're spelling Kerbal. I don't know that. I think that's what you call the sun in this game, but, it's much easier to just refer to it as the sun, so heck, refer to it as the sun, okay? So we're setting our target here, and we are going to the place at which we burn. So we're taking 1 rotation around, and then we shall burn. And it takes about 1/3 of a year to actually get around. So, these guys are going to be in space for a while. And if you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, the estimated burn time is actually 29 minutes. Yikes. So, yeah, this is me, going through the time ever so slowly. While this was happening, I was just AFK. I was, quite literally just watching TV right then. So, yeah. However, we do eventually make it. You can see here that we are finally encountering it. That is the Jool encounter at 11 seconds, and Time Warp assists us to get there much faster. So if you look up, you can see Jool and the entire Jool system and its majesty and whatnot. Alright, yeah, so that's how far we have to move, and that is a pretty long burn. But, eventually we get there. It's completely fine. There's nothing There's nothing wrong with long burns. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. However, they do require a lot of fuel, and luckily we're using nuclear engines, which is very fuel efficient, but as you can see here, it takes a long time to get to doing stuff. So finally, we are flying in here. And a funny story, oftentimes when I fly into the Jool system, I'll zoom out and think I'm zoomed out much further than I actually am, because I see all the planets, and Jool is just massive. Like, its moons could pull off as a solar system. It's like that big. But, okay, we're coming in here, and how beautiful it is. So, unfortunately, because Jool is a gas planet, you can't actually land on it. So, I guess we kind of get to have a freebie on this one. We can just kind of, not have to land on it and just kind of stare at it for a while. So, Scott Kerman is the first one to get out here. And he's going to have a hard, long look at that planet. Ever so beautiful, and really nothing more to do than that, so he's gonna head back already. But yeah, he's done a little bit of science. You know, we're not actually here for science purposes, so we're going to be fine. However, even though it's a gas planet, that will not stop me from landing on it. So yes, right here, we have a probe. Yes, we brought in a probe with us, and we're going to do a bit of time warp here just to have it fly away from us because it takes a while for the thrust of the decouplement to move us there. But yes, that probe shall be landing on Jool, and no, you can't land on it, so that probe is probably going to die in a burning fire, but don't tell the probe that, because we haven't told the probe. It's yeah, I'm sorry to say, the probe is going to die. But what do you expect? It's flying into this giant ball of gas, and that's pretty deadly. So, so we're flying in here, we're going to do our special little transition, and the heating begins. We are entering the atmosphere. Dun dun dun! Oh. So I actually have a couple science things on here. So you can see right here, we have that little thing that reads pressure. If we do it right now, it says we're in a vacuum, but we are just entering the atmosphere, so we begin to get a little bit of reading of pressure, and soon that will escalate massively. You see right here, our temperature is still the average temperature as you would be in space, but we're going to skip ahead here and check out our average temperatures now. This 6, oh my goodness, 6 pressure, that is actually a heck lot of pressure. That's enough to like destroy everything. And over 700 degrees, that's really hot. I don't want to be there. I'm really glad that we didn't send any astronauts into this planet. That would be really hot. And right here, I honestly think that Jool is a black hole. This is what happens when you get too close to it. Well, like, here I am falling. If you look at our meters at the top hand corner, well, like, look, we're slowly going down. Wait, where my mouse is, oh no. And they begin to rise again. That means that we're in the negatives. And I can't even look up right now. Like we're falling into this big empty bit of blackness, and my camera angle can't be moved up. And oh my god, we're falling, we're falling, we're falling. Where's it going to end? Right there. 250 meters below the surface. Inside of a gas planet. Yeah, but don't worry. The mission's still going on. That was merely a probe. Scott and Gus are still alive. They simply sent a probe, so as you can see, they safely made it over the planet. Lucky them. And they shall be expanding their apoaps so that they can exit and get back home with the lovely data they've gotten and whatnot. So they're here, and we're going to do another bit of those. We're going to do some more of those long burns. An 8-minute burn. That's quite something. Not as much, you know, like a 32-minute burn, which I think we have done. But, you know, the usual stuff. And I don't actually know if we're going to have enough fuel to make it back. I mean, look at that. I mean, these might be nuclear engines, but these are some long distances that we're flying. So I don't know what to say. Luckily, we still have one more stage after this. However, I have used some of the fuel from the previous stage in order to keep this second stage still going. So our last stage may not be as efficient as we think it is. So we've already set up our course back to Kerbin, and right here we're doing an extra burn just to assure that we get the encounter with Kerbin. And then once we do that, all we need to do is wait until we finally come back in. Alright, so we cue our transition, and here we are. We are coming in, and that is a Kerbin encounter. Welcome home, that great place that they haven't seen in like a couple years, or I don't know how long it's been, but it's been a while. That's all they know. And this part actually really scared me. I mean, I look at this and I think I'm not going to get back. This is a 16-minute burn with 600 units of fuel. That's really scary. I don't think I'm going to be able to get back with this. Like, I stare at it and I'm just like, you know what, Gus, Scott, GG, okay? I mean, as long as I keep on burning, I might be able to get them into an orbit that is close enough to rendezvous. But lucky for me, we did end up having enough fuel to just make it. And finally, we shall return to the planet. Yay! And you can see right here some of the statistics and whatnot on the middle left, or rather right-hand corner. It's just random stuff. We're 11 tons right now. That's pretty heavy. But you know, it's space. What could be the worst thing, right? Okay. And now, unfortunately, right here, we are coming on the dark side of the planet, but when you're low on fuel, what you gonna do, right? So, yes, we are flying in, And I'm kind of hoping that we can land on the South Pole here because I'm pretty close to where the South Pole is, but, you know, maybe we'll make it, maybe we won't. I mean, we're coming in pretty shallow, or whatever the term is. I don't know. We're coming in not too steep, which means that we'll have plenty of time to slow down. So the Jool Traveler is coming in, and we have these two little lights that keep us bright, and those lights aren't really much. Those are really tiny lights, but luckily, the fire of re-entry shall illuminate us. Alright, and, both the Scott and Gus, I'm glad that they're not freaking out. Some Kerbals will freak out a heck load while re-entering, but they seem to like the light show, especially Gus. He's enjoying himself. So, alright, nice. So we are, in fact, going to make it in to the atmosphere. We have very little fuel left, yes. So, yeah, that's one thing. And right here, we're getting pretty low in the atmosphere. We're beginning to lose our heating effects. I start burning here, but then I'm like, nope, I really don't want to waste my fuel now. I might need that when I'm doing the official landing so that the parachutes don't, like, destroy everything. Because I know that during one of my test missions, I actually did 2 test missions. The first test mission was conducted by Jebediah, and he went to Eve and back. And what happened was on the way back, a part of his spacecraft fell off, and somehow he got the part that fell off to still land safely. Like, good work, Jebediah. I don't know how you did that. I think he might just be lucky there, but, you know, we'll give him the blame anyways. So, yeah, we're coming in. That's all I need to know. And there goes our parachutes. Luckily, the lights can make the parachutes visible, so, you know, it is actually happening. And right here, we can see the water of Kerbin. Yeah, okay. Usually I mix up the names of Kerbals and Kerbins, and, like, yeah. I actually pronounced it right that time, so congratulations to myself. Oh, and there we go. Spladoosh. We finally landed, and that's a really nice landing. That looks very pretty. I got myself a screenshot there. I just want to remember the date where Gus and Scott landed safely back from Jool, and we're speeding up here so that we can see what the day looks like. Alright, nice. We are here with our solar panels. Welcome home, you two brave astronaut peoples. And we actually were pretty close to the South Pole. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, pretty close. That's nice. Alright. And, yeah, so because of that, I'm sure the water is really cold. So hopefully Scott here, as he gets out, doesn't fall in. But he's just doing a quick EVA report. What's funny is the EVA report says EVA report while flying over Kerbin's water. So apparently being on a ladder is considered flying, so cool story. So here we are, Gus Kerbin. He was the conductor of this flight, he was the commander, and now he shall place the flag in memory of the event. I survived, Jool. Good work, Gus. You did it and whatnot. So yeah, thanks for watching, and this shall be the end of the episode. As they stand here, unfortunately I couldn't get Scott here because Scott is sleeping after he's been in space for about 16,000 years. I mean, what could you expect? Okay, so anyways, yes, thank you for watching. I'm going to leave now, and goodbye. I really like whispering. It's become a very trendy thing, I hear. That's the end of the video. You can stop watching now. That's the end. Honestly. Oh my god, how do I stop this dang recording? You know what, Gus? You've been in space for years. I'm gonna allow you to sleep, okay?